Principles and Strategies of Teaching. Part 1. Number 1. To ensure the lesson will go smoothly, Teacher A listed down the steps she will undertake together with those of her students. This practice relates to A. Teaching style, B. Teaching method, C. Teaching strategy, D. Teaching technique. Answer, B. Number 2. The class of grade 6, Einstein is scheduled to perform an experiment on that day. However, the chemicals are insufficient. What method may then be used? A. Project, B. Laboratory, C. Lecture, D. Demonstration. Answer, D. Number 3. Teacher C gives the class specific topic as assignment which they have to research and pass the following day. However, the students could not find any information about it. What method should Teacher C use to teach the assignment? A. Project method, B. Discovery approach, C. Lecture method, D. Demonstration method. Answer, C. Number 4. Pictures, models, and the like arouse students' interest on the day's topic. In what part of the lesson should the given materials be presented? A. Initiating activities, B. Culminating activities, C. Evaluation activities, D. Developmental activities. Answer, A. Number 5. In Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives, the domains are stated from lowest to highest level. Which of the following objectives belongs to the lowest level? A. To identify the characters of the story, B. To differentiate active from passive voice, C. To give the available resources that could be recycled to useful things, D. To explain the procedure in changing improper fraction to mixed number. Answer, A. Number 6. The class of 4, Kalikasan is tasked to analyze the present population of the different cities and municipalities of the National Capital Region for the last 5 years. How can they best present their analysis? A. By means of a table, B. By looking for a pattern, C. By means of a graph, D. By guessing and checking. Answer, C. Number 7. There are several reasons why problem solving is taught in math. Which is the least important? A. It is the main goal for the study of math. B. It provides the content in which concepts and skills are learned and applied. C. It provides an opportunity to develop critical and analytical thinking. D. It provides pupils an opportunity to relate math in the real world. Answer, A. Number 8. Teacher D teaches in a remote high school where newspapers are delivered irregularly. Knowing the importance of keeping the students aware of current affairs, what is probably the best way to keep the students updated? A. Gather back issues of newspapers and let pupils compile them. B. Urge the pupils to listen to stories circulating in the community. C. Encourage the pupils to listen to daily broadcast from a transistor radio. D. The teacher should try all available means to get the newspaper delivered to the school. Answer, C. Number 9. Devices can make a lecture more understandable and meaningful. What is the most important thing a teacher should consider in the selection and utilization of instructional materials? A. Objectives of the lesson, B. Availability of instructional materials, C. Attractiveness of instructional materials, D. Degree of interest on the part of the students. Answer, A. Number 10. Teacher E asks student A to identify and analyze events, ideas, or objects in order to state their similarities and differences. In which part of the lesson does said activity take place? A. Preparation, B. Generalization, C. Application, D. Comparison and abstraction. Answer, D. Number 11. Which part of the lesson is involved in the giving of situation or activities based on the concepts learned? A. Preparation. B. Generalization. C. Application. D. Comparison and abstraction. Answer, C. Number 12. Teacher F wants the class to find out the effect of heat on matter. Which method will help him accomplish his objective? A. Project method. B. Laboratory method. C. Problem method. D. Expository method. Answer, B. Number 13. In math, teacher G presents various examples of plane figures to her class. Afterwards, she asks the students to give definition of each. What method did she use? A. Inductive. B. Laboratory. C. Deductive. D. Expository. Answer, A. Number 14. Teaching Tinikling to l-Maliksi becomes possible through the use of A. Inductive method. B. Expository method. C. Demonstration method. D. Laboratory method. Answer, C. Number 15. What is the implication of using a method that focuses on the why rather than the how? A. There is best method. B. Typical one will be good for any subject. C. These methods should be standardized for different subjects. D. Teaching methods should favor inquiry and problem solving. Answer, D. Number 16. When using problem solving method, the teacher can A. Set up the problem. B. Test the conclusion. C. Propose ways of obtaining the needed data. D. Help the learners define what is it to be solved. Answer, D. Number 17. Which of the following characterizes a well-motivated lesson? A. The class is quiet. B. The children have something to do. C. The teacher can leave the pupils. D. There are varied procedures and activities undertaken by the pupils. Answer, D. Number 18. Learners must be developed not only in the cognitive, psychomotor but also in the affective aspect. Why is development of the latter also important? A. It helps them develop a sound value system. B. Their actions are dominated by their feelings. C. It helps them develop an adequate knowledge of good actions. D. Awareness of the consequences of their action is sharpened. Answer, A. Number 19. Which of the following attributes characterizes a learner who is yet to develop the concept? A. The learner can identify the attributes of the concept. B. The learner can summarize the ideas shared about the concept. C. The learner can distinguish examples from non-examples. D. The learner gets a failing grade in the tests given after the concept has been discussed. Answer, A. Number 20. The strategy which makes use of the old concept of each one teach one of the 60s is similar to A. Peer learning. B. Independent learning. C. Partner learning. D. Cooperative learning. Answer, D. Number 21. Which part of the lesson does the learner give a synthesis of the things learned? A. Motivation. B. Application. C. Evaluation. D. Generalization. Answer, C. Number 22. Educational objectives are arranged from simple to complex. Why is this? A. Each level is built upon and assumes acquisition of skills from the previous level. B. Objectives are broad and value-laden statements that lead to the philosophy of education. C. Be idealistic and ambitious to begin with grandiose scheme for using taxonomy in all levels. D. These are guidelines to be taught and learned where teachers and students evaluate learning. Answer, A. Number 23. Which of the following is not true? A lesson plan should be in constant state of revision. B. A good daily lesson plan ensures a better discussion. C. Students should never see a teacher using a lesson plan. D. All teachers regardless of their experience should have daily lesson plan. Answer, C. Number 24. In music, teacher 1 wants to teach the class how to play the piano in the key of C. Which of the following should be his objective? A. To play the piano in the key of C chords. B. To improve playing the piano in the key of C. C. To interpret property of chords of key of C in the piano. D. To exhibit excellent playing of piano in the key of C. Answer, A. Number 25. When using instructional material, what should the teacher primarily consider? A. The material must be new and skillfully made. B. It must be suited to the lesson objective. C. The material must stimulate and maintain students' interest. D. It must be updated and relevant to Filipino setting.